Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Driven by DJ. Today I want to talk about the vehicle that I'm currently driving, the 2024 Jeep Wagoneer S electric vehicle. It is the first full EV that Jeep and Stellantis really made a go at. It's on the same platform as the new Dodge Charger EV. They share a lot of the same parts, a lot of the same running gear. I'm going to talk specifically about the Jeep because I've never driven the Dodge. With the Jeep though, it's really obvious that this is their first full electric SUV. There's a lot of software quirks that you would expect to not have in a software-defined vehicle as EVs are becoming. I posted a video last week showing how the tire pressure monitoring system programming isn't all that great. The triggers are a little weird. I would say that also carries through into the infotainment system. Jeep's Uconnect system is relatively decent. I know people love it or hate it. I think it's pretty good, middle of the road from what I've experienced across Ford, Audi, Volkswagen, and Chevrolet. But GPS-wise, it's awful. It can't do EV route planning very well, and I end up finding myself having to use secondary apps on my phone to actually do proper route planning when we go on road trips, which isn't a big deal. I don't mind doing that, but I have the knowledge to know to do that. So if this were a newcomer's vehicle to the whole EV world, not a good choice. Outside of that though, I would say this is probably a pretty good vehicle. I know there's a lot of negative reviews and a lot of negative press about these because of their software problems, but I would say that's all limited to the 12-volt battery system. I've had my vehicle since May of 2025. It's now February 2026, and I've put almost 14,000 miles on it in that time. Out of all those 14,000 miles, so far I have only had one instance where the vehicle went into a complete freakout mode when it was booting up, and I had to disconnect the 12-volt battery for a minute, reconnected it, and everything went back to normal. Early on, I had issues with the lobster claw error light that a lot of people have talked about. A software update from the dealer seems to have fixed that problem, and that was probably 8,000 miles ago, and I haven't had that light come on since. Now I'm sure that I've said it'll happen. Aside from all the software bugs, as I was saying, it is a really comfortable vehicle. It's kind of weird because Jeep threw the Wagoneer name on it. It's obvious they were trying to make this a higher scale luxury vehicle. But at the same time, in true kind of Jeep fashion, it does feel very brutish. The fact that it has 600 horsepower is really indicative of Jeep and Dodge's partnership, where it seems like they only know how to throw big stupid engines into vehicles. It makes it fun to drive, but it just makes it feel like it's not sure what it is. Is it a sports car? Is it a luxury SUV? It's not really sure. I'm not really sure. I just know it's fun to drive. Comfort-wise, again, it's a great road tripping vehicle. If I charge to 100%, the guessometer will regularly register 310 miles. On the road, if you're running at highway speeds, I'll typically get around 250 miles of actual range. But in reality, 250 miles of range is about 3 hours of driving, 3.5 maybe. You're going to be ready to stop and stretch your legs at that point, let's be honest. Running in stop-and-go traffic is where this thing thrives, though. The shape of the vehicle with the ridiculous wing on the back of it actually does some good. It's super efficient in that manner. Stop and go traffic, I could probably easily get 300 miles on a single charge. And I find that impressive because my Audi e-tron wouldn't do that, and my Blazer EV would not do that either. Daily usability in this thing has been really great. I can always throw the family in here. We can take off and go anywhere. It's a comfortable ride with all 4 main seats having heated and cooled options. I love the fact that the rear seats have a cooled option because no other SUV in this class has that. Cargo space is really good in the back. There's the false floor you can take out with some extra space under the floor. And most people would probably argue that the frunk isn't very usable in this, but I actually find that it is. It's a good size to throw the spare charger in and whatnot, that's fine. But it's actually the perfect size for a duffel bag that you take to the gym. And that's what I use it for every day. I throw my gym bag into the front of the car when I leave home and go to work. I take it out when I go to the gym. I don't have to worry about stinky clothes stinking up the car at any point in the day. It's all up front, doesn't get too hot, doesn't get too cold. I think it's pretty decent. So all in, it's a great family vehicle, and especially one that especially one that will put a smile on your face. This thing still manages to surprise me every time I really lay into the accelerator. I like the fact that it just blasts away when you take off, and the noises it makes are pretty fun too. So don't believe all the negative that you read out there on the Jeep Wagoneer S. It's really not that bad of a vehicle. It likes to be driven, it likes to carry your family around, and it's gonna put a stupid grin on your face when you do it. So, always remember, please like and subscribe. I hope this video was informative for some of you out there that may be considering this vehicle. This isn't sponsored by Jeep in any way. I'm just giving my real honest opinions here. I'll catch you later.